Hello, I am Mike of Nearly Enough Dice, and this is a short VR experience, I guess you'd call it, called LA2097, which is obviously very heavily inspired by Blade Runner. So I'm in my HTC Vive, and I'm clearly on a balcony on an apartment. And I'm in a big, rainy, cyberpunk-esque city. Like I say, very clearly based off something like Blade Runner. Maybe Shadowrun, maybe... maybe Judge Dredd with the megacities. Oh, look at that. Oh, have I just lost it? I'm trying to work out if we're... No. We just had some dropped frames there for a second. There's not a lot to do. It's not interactive as such. This thing here looks like it's meant to be interactive, but it doesn't actually do anything. So maybe this is something that's going to be added in the future. But as an environment, I really like it. My only criticism is that it's amazingly loud. I've had to turn down the game audio. I've had to turn down my PC audio, and I've had to turn down the recording audio because otherwise you just wouldn't be able to hear me. It's a bit of a repetitive noise in the background. I don't know what that is. That might be due to the fact that I've run this already once and it's kind of confusing itself. It's just a beautiful, it's got a beautiful sense of scale. You know, you've got all the cars moving and the rain. You know, those half glimpse, you know, there's some words up there but you can't quite see what they are. You know. I mean, I've only got room scale here. Well, I only got standing room scale. I can't move around. I can't go and see what's in that apartment, for example. I can't really look over the edge. Looking over the edge is giving me a proper... Oh. Nice. Sorry, I'm having to adjust my feet. You can't see my feet. But a nice wide stance so that I can look over the edge. Because I can't, unfortunately, I want this wall to be solid, and it just isn't. Oh, look at that. It just gives a proper sense of vertigo. And, you know, my actual floor area is on the other side of some of it is about halfway through this wall. So I can step forward without dying. It doesn't feel like it. Oh, it's really cool. It's real. I just love the look of it, the feel of it. I think this would be an excellent introduction to, you know, what VR can be like and what, you know, the environments it can give you and the sense of being in one place and really being somewhere completely alien to where you actually are. Whereas I'm actually in a room, a very messy bedroom. Well, it's not a bedroom, a living room. It's very messy. You can't see any of it, which is probably a good thing because I would be horribly embarrassed for you to see what my room looks like. So that's that. I don't look like actually doing it, so I'm just going to say, you know, that was cool. So that's LA2097, which might be fun. So I'm going to quit it now, hopefully. Am I going to quit it? There we go. Close the program. It's actually, I think I managed to crash it, but never mind. So I'm going to start up another thing. Okay, this second thing is HVR 01 Prototype Anti-Gravity Battle Armor. It's a demo. I found out about this from a post on Reddit on how to avoid motion sickness. So here we are in a place. Nothing terrible, but I've got hands, right? And pull triggers for thrusters, press trackpad to shoot. So this is a virtual reality experiment by Andre L.E. So, okay, pull triggers for thrusters. Let's pull the triggers for thrusters and see what happens. Oh, look, we go up in the air. It's like flying with Iron Man's repulsors. So I point my hands this way, I pull the triggers, and I go this, I go this. I'm using the triggers, or at least the triggers are being used, because I don't have to press them all the way, which is why you hear these kind of bangs. If I press all the way, they go bang. But I can press a little bit, and then press more on one or the other, and get like up and down thing. Now, obviously, I can also. So I put the hands behind me, and I go forwards. I put the hands above me, I go down. So very often you'll not see where my hands are because I'm putting them behind me to go in the direction that I'm looking. So this was an experiment to do with moving around in virtual reality without getting motion sickness. And the answer, according to Andre Elie, is to not move the player's head in the game. The player must remain control of where they're looking, and preferably control of where they're moving. So you can do things like go on a rail. That's not too bad. Or what's that? Stuff like that, like you're in a vehicle. Teleporting's not too bad. But if you do a type of thing like Quake, where you've got your mouse and your keyboard, and you move the mouse, and the head moves independently of your physical head, in VR that causes motion sickness. Whoa! Wow. So, I can move myself around. Right? And I can shoot things. But there's a thing there saying shoot to start. I wonder what that is for. Let us find out. So this is the actual game where I start off here. Oh look! Things outlined in red. 40 targets remaining. Oh no, I appear to be under attack. I must fly! I must fly using the right keys. My one complaint about this is that I tend to use the trick. I'm used to shooting things with triggers and doing other things with the thumb buttons. So I will very often shoot, or attempt to shoot, with the wrong trigger. But never mind. So there's this environment. I can shoot things in the environment. And it's space. And look at that. Alright, move, run away. I can actually get shot down if I'm not careful. This has a beautiful sense of scale. I just love that background. It just, oh, it feels awesome. Oh, move, run away. And so I can move very freely around this environment and shoot the bad guys. At least I assume they're evil. I can only assume that they're evil bad guys. I do hope they're not good guys. Oh, that would be a bit embarrassing. They'd be like, guy, why did you shoot down all our friendly planes? Right, where are we? There we go. Last one. Nice work. You eliminated all 40 targets. Hurrah! And I can shoot bits of the environment. That's pretty much to this at the minute. The other funny thing is that something about when I restart, I keep pressing the wrong thing. Let's fly through. You saw these airplanes? They respawned after I shot them up into the sky. Well, they seem to respawn in a funny direction. Oh, I'd start the game again. I didn't mean to do that. Never mind. Shoot everything! Right. You noticed that, yeah, but it was rather weird that, Alright, where am I getting shot at? Yeah, they just seem to spawn in a place that would now get them killed. Oh. I keep trying to use the trigger to shoot and not the thumb pad, because you just kind of, it's bred into you that triggers are for shooting. I wonder if that shiny blue thing's important. I'm going to look at the shiny blue thing. I've not looked at the shiny blue things. I've been here a little while. This is also quite a loud game, so I'm quite glad I've shut down. I don't think I don't think the shiny blue thing's important. How many got? 4 left to go. They've mostly been killing themselves, I have to say, which is very gentlemanly of them. I am bad at shooting. That's an interesting question. Who am I indeed? Yes. See, they run into things. They run into the landscape, which is not very clever of them. Where are you? Where are you? Ah, there. Yes, I have murdered them all. I would quite like to be able to spend some time in the environment, playing around for a bit. Maybe I just need to wander around a bit. So, triggers. Whoosh. I can go over here, and I can look at the rest of the ship. I really like this. Being able to move around like this is just cool. This feels like flying. Perhaps not terribly realistically. If I stop, right, I do end up just hovering, which is awfully convenient, but doesn't seem very likely to me. And I also seem to be slightly... No, the floor is about the right place. Okay. It just feels a bit like I'm in the floor, but I think that's just because this bit's a bit not as detailed. What with it being a bit of an experiment and not a huge prototype and not an actual fully featured game. I can just imagine things like, you know, obstacle courses and maybe having to do clever docking maneuvers, stuff like that. Maybe multiplayer. Just go back down this way. Oh, I wanted to go look at the. I wanted to go look at the front of the ship. So let's go look at the front of the ship. I'm gonna have to go quite quickly because I'll get. So I'm looking behind me and shooting that way. Is how I'm directing myself. So I'm looking one way and firing my repulsors basically in the other. So I'm going to have 5 seconds to look at the front of the ship. There you go. And I'm now going to get teleported back in the middle. So this is HVR01. You can get this on Steam. If you just look for HVR Demo, I think it is. And if you haven't had an HTC Vive, then this is good fun. If you don't have one, obviously it's not terribly handy. But this is, I think, a really nice way of moving around. I still think the thumb button, because in theory, right, the importance of using the triggers is that the triggers on this controller are analog, so I can press a little bit or I can press a lot. But you don't use it, you just go press! Ah! Oh no! Eek! And then use these buttons, the thumb buttons to shoot. That just feels wrong. I would much prefer to use the thumb buttons to travel around. But this is brilliant. I'm not getting any motion sickness at all. I'm having enormous fun. So this might be like a kind of interesting step on the way of how we're going to make VR work. Oh, there's some stuff down there. Oh, wow. Look at all this stuff. I'm still in the combat area, apparently. Oh, wow. Whoa, let's not hit the... I don't even know what that is. Probably important. I probably shouldn't be shooting it. I would love to have a wider area to explore. But yeah, it's a prototype. What do you expect? So there you go. I have been Mike of Neil Love Dice. This is HVR 01 Demo. Do hit like and subscribe. Enjoying these videos, come visit Neil Love Dice at neillovedice.com. There will be links to that, and also our Twitter and Facebook, and also this here, and also LA2079, I can't remember. I'll put links to that in the video description so you can go look at them if you are interested. And so until next time, fly around to zap things in space.